throwing on first down. Meadows under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Meadows. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. On play action, Allen. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Now Allen throwing on second down. That's complete right around the 8. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw on second down. Meadows. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Meadows. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Allen going to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, now look at 56.
On play action, Allen. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Now a 1st carry for T.J. Yeldon. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Chargers getting set to go, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw on 2nd down. Meadows caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Meadows. It's complete. Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meadows. And some space here. And his guys are going to take over at their... Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Back to throw. Meadows. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen off the play fake. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw on 2nd down. Meadows. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. They find some open field here. There goes Alex Collins. A big run there by Collins. 51 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Now Allen, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score, and the Bills will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 2
minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
No, check, Patriot!
On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Meadows. And that is incomplete here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A final shot before half for Allen. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from it.
There goes Alex Collins. The 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Second touchdown on the season, and the Bills will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what
and Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A give left side to Collins. Down right around the 25. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go again with Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meadows going for, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Anderson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. Spinning away. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Allen to throw. Off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble.
And
big
usually,
sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
See what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's the backup, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down, and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. following the penalty. Here's Gordon. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurry up!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. This is Gordon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it. Hurry up.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Load it. Load it. Let's go.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And it's up and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he stays up. They shakes him off. Flush to his right. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And here's Allen off the play fake. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bills on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Allen. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off the play fake. Allen letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rivers now on 2nd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long for Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Wiggles free, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here you go, man.
Rivers on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is going to score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
390. Left.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47-yard line in enemy territory. Give. This is Collins running left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Collins. Nice footwork at the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning, together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Bills, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.